Hello all. Welcome geeks, fans, and just nerds of all types and stripes. This is your friendly neighborhood beer vet again. I did a different video. I deleted it though. I didn't upload it. I was going to do my Dune review in parts, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to do it like this since it's so complicated. The book is very complicated. There's a lot of pieces to it, and if I was going to try to do it all at once, it would take forever. And so I'm going to do with other YouTube videos, I'm delve into the characters separately and delve into other stuff. I'm also going to be doing a live stream soon with a Nerdy Cookie, or that was her name. And will also be joining me is Simply Will. He's been on my channel a couple times, and he's my cousin in real life. But he's a big Dune fan too. Me and him and her, and she might be bringing other guests. We're gonna get a live stream together, and we're gonna talk about Dune, and the book, what we see, the news about the info about, let's say, the TV series or the movie is coming out, maybe even TV series. That'd be kind of cool to talk about. So in this video is about my review of Dune. I'm just going to do an overview of the full book real quick, how I felt about it, how the characters developed really well, stuff like that. I won't talk too much details because I don't want to completely spoil the book. I'll be making separate videos from different organizations, how the universe pretty much came to be. I want to do that. I want to do each of the characters, separate videos of each of the characters. There probably won't be very long, some of them, but and then I'm going to be getting the second book soon. I'm still doing my Lord of the Rings stuff, so I will be doing that as soon as I'm done with the Two Towers. So yeah. Anyways, what was it? I'm sorry, I lost train of thought. Here we go. Yes. My Dune review. Okay. How did the characters develop? I think they did very well. I think Paul really grew. He started out as I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought completely. All right, now I got it. Sorry. Oh yes. Okay. Paul. How I felt about Paul. He's pretty much the main character and the main protagonist. Again, the whole thing. He pretty much starts off as a little bit of a spoiled duke's son. He has been trained his whole life in different things. He's been trained in combat since he was a kid. He's been trained in how to read people, through what I'll talk about later. He was a little bit, he thought he looked down on people, and he starts to learn about his future. He discovers through a ritual that he has something terrible is supposed to happen in his future. He has a terrible purpose, they keep saying in the book. And so he doesn't want that terrible purpose to happen. So throughout the book, and then when his whole world crumbles around him, and when that happens, the book really picks up. Because at the beginning, it throws a lot at you. You got to remember a lot of stuff. You got to remember a lot of characters. You got to remember certain things that are happening. Every little thing that they say has a purpose. So it's kind of complicated, and it's slow at the beginning. For me, it definitely was. But when it finally picks up, when they're on the run, his father dies, and he has to disappear into literally the open desert that they don't believe anybody lives in. They don't know how they're going to survive. They don't know how to do anything, and then something happens to Paul, and he awakens a bit, and I think he gets this. There's a mineral called that's in this world on Dune. It's called spice. Spice is used in everything: food, ships, everything. It's the most important mineral in the entire world of Dune. Not just the world, but the entire galaxy that this planet, it literally is responsible for everything. And there's a people who live called the Freemen. They live out in the desert, and a lot of people don't think much of them because they think they're just like a savage, desert people that there's only a few of them. They're living, very Nordic lives, Nordic style lives, where they have like tents and they're hiding out in the desert. And, other people don't believe that they can live out there because there's these giant worms that literally can eat ships that live in it. And you have to be careful when you're walking on the sand because any noise will attract them. Different things attract them. So they have to learn how to live completely different. Because his whole life he's lived with like a thing called a shield belt and a poison detector that was like scan his food, looking to detect poisons. The shield belt would make sure no one could stab him because it's a very assassin, political, imperial style living where houses try to kill other houses through, manipulation, assassination, and all kinds of stuff. But it's kind of crazy how dangerous it is for these, if you're a duke or a major house. These other houses are trying to kill you without proving that they killed you, so they can move up. And it's like a big game to them, a big political game. And when he loses everything, he has this awakening, and he starts to he sees all futures. There's a way I'll explain it different when I explain who he is, how it all happens, but pretty much he can see different futures. Excuse me. Different futures. He can see different events, but some are shadowed. Some more major important events are shadowed. Then he meets Suchiri I'll have to look it up. His future pretty much wife. She didn't ever become his wife, but she becomes the first mother of his children. And he's 15 at this point, and then it skips 2 years eventually, and then it's him. He's been 2 years living in the desert. He is now one of the people. The people respect him. They follow him as a prophet, a leader. He's very intelligent since he's been trained in all these different things, warfare and tactics and all this stuff. And he helps the Freemen really advance. Not in the sense where they, have houses and stuff, but like in warfare. And so much so that it brings the Empire down on him. And the Emperor himself comes with his 5 legions of his most strongest warriors. But they underestimate the Freemen, and the Freemen overpower them. Eventually, he takes control of Dune, and because he takes control of the spice that is on Dune, he pretty much strong arms the Emperor and the guild and all different things to obey him. And the way he can see the future, the way he understands things far greater than anybody else. People praise him as a prophet. He's scared because there's he saw a future where there's a massive jihad style slaughter where these people go through the universe just burning and killing as they go under his name, and he was worried that he didn't want that future to happen. And he's been fighting himself throughout the book. Paul fights himself. He's trying to prevent that future from happening. And in the end, he pretty much becomes that. And so he becomes the Emperor, hoping to stop this jihad. And in the end of the book is they name him the new Emperor. He marries the oldest daughter of the Emperor, and the Emperor is going to retire, and he is to give everything that is under his control to him. And not only that, now he controls the guild, because before the other emperor couldn't control the guild. He was a puppet for them pretty much. But now that he controls the people who control the spice, the guild are too afraid, because he's threatened to destroy the spice. He'll just wipe all the spice out, and that would cause so much, because they're all addicted to this. It's a drug, but and all kinds of stuff. So everybody's addicted to this thing. If he destroys it and there's no more supply of it, they would all go blind. They would not be able to travel. They would become stupid, and it would destroy the entire galaxies. Everything would just fall apart. So it's really good. The book was. Sorry, I'm yelling so much today. Anyways, the book is really, really good, and I can't wait to go talk with Nerdy Cookie about it and have a good time just talking, because there's still, even if I read the first book, there's still so much I don't really understand, like all the ins and outs. So it's gonna be good to like talk with them and then start the second book and then get through all of them. So yeah, so thank you for coming. I will be dropping more videos, every week. I hope to drop at least one on like one of the characters. I want the different the major big houses that are fighting in this book, different organizations. So, and then I'll get some more research into the movie. And I know they said there's sex changing one of the characters, which to me doesn't make much sense after reading the book, because there's already plenty of strong female characters in the book. And they said they were going to switch one of the person that's kind of an off character, and I don't know. I'd have to see more, but I hope it doesn't go woke, because Dune is a cool ass universe. Alright, well, I guess that's all I have for you guys right now. I hope you all stay safe. Please like, subscribe, share. I'm on Twitter now. Yay. So look me up on Twitter. We have a Discord server now. All of it's under the Mirrorsphere. I will be doing game videos hopefully soon, more. So my internet will hold up. I'm worried my internet won't hold up, because at home my internet sucks. And I would like to do I think it's the Shadow War. It's Lord of the Rings Shadow War game. I started playing it the other night. I thought it would be cool to do a playthrough with that as a thing I could have you guys watch or join in. There's also Titanfall 2. That was what I was trying to think of. I'm thinking of doing a Titanfall 2. Just every once in a while I'll do a video of doing some online matches. The other day I was having some fun with it. Titanfall 2 is still fun. If you guys ever not played Titanfall 2, it still has a strong multiplayer community. You don't have to wait forever. Get on, just have some fun. It's really cool. You can like shoot wires up on the thing, grab it, and it pulls you up, and you can run across walls, shoot people. You got big fucking robots that'll fall from the sky, help you fight. It is crazy. It is nuts. The multiplayer is so much fun, and it's not a crazy learning curve. So if you're like, oh, I don't want to play with a bunch of people who've been playing forever and they kick my ass, well, they're probably still going to kick your ass, but you'll have fun. I've done this one where dude was on top of my robot trying to destroy it from the top, so I freaking belted him. I hooked him, fucking pulled myself up to him, and then fucking knifed him in the head. It was fucking cool. I was like, damn. Oh, man. But yeah, come on, let's join up. Let's have some fun. All right? All right. Have a good one.